Buckaroos, how the heck are you? I am on the beer whisperer, at least for the purposes of this video. Track 94 Brewing out of Seneca, Missouri. This is their Track 94 Double IPA. I'm going to set that one aside now. The first one I'm going to have with you is their A Damsel in Distress Golden Ale at 5%, 20.6 IBUs. Oddly specific there. What's in a name? You can't think of trains without thinking about the beauty tied to the track yelling for help. That is where this beer name comes from. Golden flowing hair is an obvious link to a golden ale. Okay, I'm not going to argue with him. Anyway, I did visit the brewery a couple weeks ago. Very enjoyable. I did talk to the brewer a little bit. I wanted to pour these in front of you here. Here we go. That is a nice ale, nice color for a golden ale, I mean to say. Just set that down there. Let's say golden ale. Yeah, that is a very deep golden. Can't seem to get that where I want it. There we go. There we go. Anyways, yeah, look at that color. That's gorgeous. That almost looks amber, but that's a very deep golden. Don't listen to me. I'm about half colorblind. I can see colors. I just can't differentiate shades very well. A lot of them look alike. I didn't have this one at the brewery. I had some other things. I had that double IPA, and I had their saison, which was incredible. But then they had this can, so I figured, oh, what the heck? I'll give it a shot. Yeah, not bad. Definitely has those golden ale notes. Maybe it's that lingering from that honey lager I had earlier. But yeah, I feel a little bit of a light honey note in there. Almost like a uh, more herbal, like a honeysuckle like note, actually. A little orange blossom, maybe. Feeling some floral notes, man. I don't know. Maybe because I'm outside. Maybe that's interfering. Biscuits. Soft today, more or less, but I had to go in for a couple of hours and about 3.5 this afternoon. It was enjoyable work though. Got to can some beer. That was fun. I got home, decided I'd have a couple beers. Got a boneless pork butt cooking right now. And braising it for use in carnitas. If I would have added tomatillos, I could have gone verde with it. But wife wanted more of the carnitas today, so I've got that getting happy. Got it seasoned properly, if you will. So when I cook them, I like to braise it, get that slow, cook it slow, baby. I like to braise it, but I throw in a whole poblano and a whole jalapeno. Why would you do that, Tom? Isn't it going to make it spicy? No, you leave it a whole. If you cut it, if you dice up your jalapeno, yeah, that flavor is going to permeate your food. But if you leave it whole, you get the flavor without any residual heat. I like to toss in a whole poblano and a whole jalapeno that kind of adds the flavor without adding salt. I try to cook with as minimal salt as possible. And I never use the umbrella salt. That stuff's horrible. That's where salt goes to die, man. That horrible iodized salt. Never use that stuff. Trust me, you can't taste the difference if you use a quality salt. You really can't. Some folks say, oh, it's just salt. Man, no, it's not. It really makes a difference. The better quality salts you use, the better the more flavor that food's going to come out. Anyways, that's how I feel about it anyway. Track 94. Damsel in Distress. It's a nice version of the style. Again, I don't know that the style itself is meant to knock your socks off. I don't know that I've ever had a gold nail going, oh my God, that's spectacular. But I will say this one's done very well. It cleans up nicely, gives you the notes you might expect. It's light with having some flavor, which is nice. Again, it's at 5% even. They had that very specific IBU of 20.6. Anyways, let's finish this one up because I'm dying to have that IPA. Using my Track 94 glass, yeah, I went crazy when I was up there. I don't always go full beer geek, but because it was the circumstance of being able to visit, I figured out what the hell. So I bought a glass, and then the customer service was rather impeccable. I will add about Track 94 Brewing. The customer service was amazing, and I also chatted with the brewer for a while, so that was nice too. Vanessa, how are you? I want to post your comments, say hi back to you as I get ready to pour my beer on this Wednesday afternoon. Now, if it was Tuesday afternoon, I'd break into some blues for you. Tuesday afternoon. Anyways, bring it back, Tom. Track 94 double IPA. This one's at 8.5%, 101.5 IBUs. I did have this at the brewery, and I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed it for a lot of reasons. One of them being that it was the hazy IPA. I do get tired of those. Show you that color. Again, a very deep gold, maybe even a light amber on that, depending. And like I said, I'm about half colorblind, so. This beer got our name because my wife is a hothead. Happy wife, happy life. Uh, okay, I'm going to cut up some slack. That phrase to me is rather bothersome, but anyway, I'll let it go. This was also our first recipe in Brew It Track 94. Wow, that's rather ambitious to start with a double IPA, but my hat's off to you. Excuse me. Mm. Damn. Yeah, that ain't bad. I don't know that I would say it's a West Coast style double, but it's, let's say, West Coast ish. That Midwest Coast, if you will. Uh, Feeling a lot of orange. I don't know what they used in this. It doesn't say, but yeah, feeling a lot of orange. He did say that they recently changed the recipe. I did enjoy it a lot at the brewery. Yeah, a lot of citrus notes, leaning towards that West Coast side. One thing I remember when I had it there is I told them that they hide that 8.5% real well. Yeah, I mean it doesn't feel like a big 8.5% double. They do hide that rather well. We pour the rest of it there and change my props there so you can see that can. Gosh, that is a pretty beer though. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. That's just beautiful, man. I think I'm gonna have to drift inside after this one though. The bugs are starting to come out. I feel like I'm a buffet out here. I wasn't thinking about getting bug spray, but I guess it's time to buy bug spray again and tempt cancer. Yeah. Spray some DEET on you, and what could go wrong? Anyway, Murphy, you think we'd have? I guess there are some other. I've tried the the non the so-called friendly bug sprays. They don't work for me. I mean, I hope they work for other folks, but I've used them. I might as well been applying, sugar water. Might as well be rubbing sugar water on my legs because it didn't deter the mosquitoes one bit, man. Yeah, I'm seeing them bugs floating around everywhere now. So I really like this double IPA. I got to tell you, yeah, for me, I get a lot of big citrus from it. You might find some tropical fruit notes in there as a secondary. For 101, is that what I said? 101 IBUs? Yeah, I mean, I said that hide the ABV well, but it is incredibly well balanced because even with that number of IBUs, yeah, you never feel like it, takes your palate out of the game. You do taste them, don't get me wrong, but it's not overwhelming. An incredibly well balanced double IPA. So there you go. And like I said earlier, but you might feel that 8.5% later, but you don't taste it. Yeah, it doesn't taste boozy or hot in any way. The beer's just gorgeous, man. My hats off to you folks at Track 94. Thank you very much. Or you're very welcome. Whichever. Thank you very much. Anyways, don't mind me. I'm feeling a little goofy today. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Anyways, I digress. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and man, that is a good beer. You might find a hint of stone fruit in there now that I take that drink. Let me do my spiel one more time. Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, all around good guy. Slot shit. Ah.